One. Welcome back, Starfinders. Season 1, Episode 3. Information Exchange. Welcome back to all my lovely players this evening. It's been a hot minute since we've been here. We're going to do a little recap in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to give the quick introduction to our players as we do every session. Feel free to skip ahead if you've seen this part already, because that's the beauty of YouTube. You can do that here, okay? For those listening out on podcast land, I can't hear anything. I'm waving at you right now because I love you all for listening. Thank you very much. First and foremost, John the Wise, please tell us about yourself and any relevant details you feel are necessary.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I am John the Wise. I am a cyberpunk enthusiast, Cyberpunk Red to be exact, and you can find my stuff on youtube.com/John the Wise, where I make instructional videos for the game of Cyberpunk. And I got podcasts and all kinds of other stuff, and you guys are welcome to join that as well. John the Wise is the secret word to find me on the internet.
Beautiful.
And Joe, don't you?
Editing DG. I need you to edit in Pee-wee's Playhouse. He said the secret word.
Yes. Yeah, everybody's screaming, go nuts.
Before Joe rudely mocked me for my advertising cadence, do you want me to talk about my character too?
Yeah, give us a little bit about your character.
Very good. I play Frank Valerian. He is a human that grew up with an android as a father. So he is somebody that values other people's cultures. He wants to learn about other people's cultures. He wants to explore the world out there because his father has instilled that in him. And on top of that, he grew up reading comic books, and that's where he got his name, Frank Valerian, from one of those detective comics, those old school comics from back in the day. He had a copy of it, and he decided to pick that name. And he is captain of this vessel we call Phil.
Good old Phil.
Love Phil.
Unbelievable. Appreciate the introduction. Thank you, sir. Moving on down the line. Next up, Jimblesaurus Rex. Tell us a bit about yourself and your character, sir.
Hey, Jimblesaurus Rex. I kind of stream every now and then on Twitch whenever I feel like I want to play a game. And I want people to watch me play a game, usually be bad at it unless I'm playing Dark Souls, and then you watch me get angry at the game. But what the fool and I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be pointing to point at him. He and I are going to be playing a game called A Way Out soon.
Nice.
So
It's a horror game.
it's not a horror game, it's a co-op survival game. We're trying to break out of prison.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking it was a different game. My fault.
And I am playing Outlaw, who is an android mechanic engineer for the ship. He kind of just showed up when What the Fool's character had a ship. My guy just kind of walked in and he goes, I'm your mechanic now. And Outlaw's whole theme, as you can probably guess, is the outlaw theme. And he's the kind of guy that if you need to find something and you don't want any questions asked about it, he knows somebody that's going to find it for you. Also, he carries a big fucking sniper rifle and has his drone screw with Frank Valerian a lot.
Beautiful.
This is true.
This is true. Frank hates drones, by the way, for those just catching up on the previous episodes.
To have been raised by an android.
Frank Valerian also hates androids.
No, that's not true. How dare you? My father's an android.
Yeah, doesn't mean you like him.
I just don't like
He's
you.
got daddy issues.
Doesn't mean you like him. Doesn't mean you. He's like, my dad's an android. Well, what if you hate your dad? Do you hate androids?
My father was a saint.
Father was a saint. Nice. That's
Yeah, okay.
great.
My best
Awesome.
friend was an android. I can't hate androids.
I have so many android friends.
Awesome. Appreciate the intro, Jimbles. Next up, What the Fool. Could you
All right,
please
yeah.
intro yourself, sir?
What's up? I'm What the Fool with an E at the end. If you want to find me on YouTube or Twitch, that's what you're going to look for. I play a lot of random ass games, have a lot of fun. One day I'm going to get YouTube started back up and probably post a D&D campaign my brother's running me in. Aside from that, more importantly, we're going to talk about Zorn. Zorn is a very young, I can never say their name right, Kasatha.
Yes.
You say you can't. You always say I don't know how to say his name right, and then you say it right.
I don't trust myself. I don't
Believe in
work
yourself.
too good. But
He can't say words, but he can say prestidigitation.
I sure can. But he's a Kasatha, just hit adulthood. We're talking early adulthood. Went out on his journey, decided he didn't want to go back to the stuffiness of his people's ways, and he hits the space ways, man. He had this dream that led him to fill his ship, and him and his boy Thrummer, his little pet bug, they just took out into space, ran into Outlaw. Outlaw said that he's the ship's mechanic, and Zorn goes with the flow, man. He's out there to find the mysteries of the world and just experience as much as possible. So sure, and that's kind of the same way he ended up with our good kind of everybody. Everybody just showed up. Him and Brock were eating lunch together, and they just, hey, you want to come with me? And Brock was like, sure. And then Frank's like, I'm the captain. All right. And next thing you know, now we're on a holy mission with Cruxus. Sure, Cruxus, let's do that. And that's Zorn, man. He's just down for the ride. It's about the journey, not the destination.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. That's what we're all about, the destination. So next up on the intro list, Shrub Ninja. Tell us a bit about yourself, your character, please.
I am Shrub Ninja, also Joe. Right now I'm playing Tank Top Master. I'm playing Brock. His actual name is, his speech name is Broikst, but then he's got the nickname, which is Brock, so it's easy for him to, easy for other people to pronounce. He's a big fan of freedom and choice and all that. Tries not to kill people when he can avoid it. His companions disagree. That's about it so far.
Also afraid of being reassimilated into the hive mind,
Swarm,
right?
yeah.
The swarm.
Yeah, he just recently got his free will, so don't send him to go interrogate people.
No.
Free will's a good
Not a
thing.
good plan.
Appreciate the intro, Shrub Ninja. Thanks so much.
Why
Last-
they shoot you?
Why they shoot you? Don't ask questions. Last but not least, Tanky Boy. Please, a little intro. Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hey everyone, I'm Tanky Boy. Don't have any Twitch or YouTube channels, but I do like enjoying a good tabletop RPG, and happy to join everybody here. I am playing Crexus Iron Fist, a dwarf soldier who is a knight of Galarian, with a mission to protect the universe or galaxy or whatever subdivision we're in here.
Protect. And for those out there in podcast land listening right now, I'm using air quotes around the word protect. Cool. So now that we've got the intro to everybody, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap from last session. The crew embarked on a journey to Akaton, where they are going to meet their contact to find or at least investigate a missing research party. They have last known location, which is yet to be found out, which I'm hoping the crew will ask plenty of questions this evening to find that out. I'm also going to bring up the last map where we were, because that's we are technically still in space. So approaching Akaton it is. Reshare it with you guys. You have the big battleship that showed up and cleared the area. Not that the crew needed it, by the way, but it was all part of the plan. Again, using air quotes to those that can't see, just listening in. And essentially, they come in. They are the relative space police for the area. And they're just kind of, hey, your area's clear. You guys can head down to Akaton now. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But before we do that, I need the pilot to give me a piloting check to enter the atmosphere and land. Please.
Dog, I got you.
Do it.
As the captain of this ship, can I do one thing?
You're the captain.
Well, I just want to ask the GM. You're the captain of me.
Oh, ooh,
Oh,
hey, easy.
Captain, my
That's a
captain.
different YouTube. All right, that's a different. All right, listen. Yes, go ahead. What you gonna do?
I wanna get like a group meeting going on around the pilot's chair so the pilot can do what he's doing, and then Outlaw can stay in engineering if he wants because it's a long walk. He doesn't have to come, but I just wanted to get everybody together to say that I wanted to give a distinguished award to Brock because he did such a good job in interrogating our guest and finding out some more information about our guest, and he was the right bug for the job. And I want to assign, I'm sorry, the right Starfinder for the job. And I want to award you the title of Culture Officer. And I want you to be the first one in line talking to anybody that is foreign or you know. I want you to be our like human relations guy, all right? Or
Just
that
humans or
no any species. Like I want you to be the first guy they meet because you did such a good job, and I just want you to continue doing it. And I
just
know, yeah,
just turn to just turn to Zorn. Is this racism? I've heard about it.
it's definitely not racist. I'm giving you
No,
an award. How is that
Just
racism?
a commendation.
Zorn starts laughing. No, but I think it's stupidity.
You hear something, Frank. You hear something come from your left shoulder
Uh huh.
as my drone is unstealth and goes, Captain, are you sure this is a good idea?
Ah, God damn it, Outlaw! Again with this thing. Don't question my judgment, okay? Brock is exactly what we need. I mean, he has already he right? I'm not sure how.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Look, just forget
Dig
it.
that
all right?
hole. Dig that hole.
Just forget it. Do you want to be my culture officer or not?
I don't know if I should represent you.
It's you're representing the ship, all right? You're representing all of us, Starfinders. And you get to cut in the buffet line. It's first it's me, and then it's you, and then everybody else, outlaws last, will be able to eat at the buffet line. That's the perk you get.
Do we have a buffet?
We should. I mean, this is my ship. I want to have a buffet line. All right, so we got to work that
Who's
out.
the
So
cook?
The drone.
Oh,
listen, let's just get into the Akaton atmosphere, and we'll figure out everything else. All right.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a -2 on this roll because Zorn is definitely trying to land while laughing at this point.
Even
Still
with a
pretty good.
negative. Oh, beautiful. Power to the buffet is having
Is having-
issues. Quote,
Dude, we got a
unquote.
good pilot.
Beautiful. You guys enter the atmosphere. You are currently landing in the spaceport of Arl. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have done homework on Arl or Akaton itself, but Arl is like the hub. It's like the mecca of the entire planet. It's where everybody comes to do all their dealings. And let's see here. A little bit of history on Akaton is it predates the Gap for quite a few millennia and was the major supplier of, if I get this wrong, all the Starfinder elites out there, please chastise me in the comments below, or if you're on podcast listening as well, give me the comments there. Thasteron. Thasteron used to be the fuel that starships would use for interstellar travel before Drift came about. So, now that the Drift has been around for quite some time, the need for Thasteron has significantly diminished, but still has small uses here and there as fuel source, so the market for it is quite low, but still there. And I'm going to get rid of this map. I'm actually going to pull up the map of Akaton here to show everybody. Oh, that's not the one I want. Nope. And that's the one I want. Share it with y'all right now. This is basically the map of the entire planet. If you notice,
Okay.
Arl is up at the Arlkari Plateau, right there on the little lip down there to the south.
Arlkari Plateau.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a tongue twister. It's very tough
it.
to pronounce. But you land in Arl. You make your successful landing. The ship settles. You're walking. You're about to walk through the ship to basically disembark. And I need to know what you're gonna do with your wounded passenger.
So she's been in the med bay for a bit, right?
Correct.
Like,
She's been stabilized.
Do
in
we
the
have a
med bay.
contact that's meeting us here?
You do.
Okay, so I would say the contact should come on board our ship, and then we can discuss with our guest and the contact exactly where they should go. I mean, maybe they need to go to a hospital.
As you're about to disembark the ship, Frank, your comm unit goes off with a pre-recorded message from your contact, whose name is, where did I put it? Timeout. Ferran.
Mm-hmm.
And Ferran looks like this. Share this. That's your contact.
Ooh,
he looks like he knows some guys.
he's thick.
Yeah, he knows a few things. And let me get hold on just a minute here. Let me get a culture check from everybody.
Okay, I like that.
Nice. Love to see them dice rolling. Beautiful. Okay, excellent. First and foremost, with all these beautiful rolls, you are all very cultured. So you would know, all of you are very cultured, and you would know that Akaton is a shady planet at best. There is lots of counterfeit activities going on, contraband coming to the planet, leaving the planet. And Arl is the central hub of all of that. So as you are approaching the outer doors of the starship to disembark, Frank, your comm unit goes off, and it's a pre-recorded message from Ferran saying, please meet me at the common place of Arl, which is like the southern end of Arl, almost overlooking that little ridge down at the end there. Excuse me. At a place called the Dust Bowl. We can talk about the contract details there. The transmission ends.
When we step off the ship, Outlaw just kind of goes, "This is my kind of place."
Nice.
Have I been to Akaton before as my character, do you think?
That's a very good question. As a recent graduate of the Starfinder Society, I would lean to no.
Yeah, because I'm very insulated too, so I probably didn't go there. Let's see here. What can how can I figure out what I know about the Dust Bowl? Like what I'm basically trying to figure out is, can we walk around with our weapons out? I mean, do we fit in? Are we going to stick out just
Think-
walking around there?
Think of it as a more shady version of Absalom Station. Like it's the main hub. Everybody's coming and going. You don't have to worry about like hiding your weapons as long as they're holstered and you're not waving them around like a maniac looking to shoot people in the face. You should be okay.
Yeah, well, I mean at Absalom we got shot at. So if it's worse than that.
It is. It's not significantly worse, but it is a little bit worse.
Okay. So I'll turn to you guys and I'll say, all right, well, we're going to the Dust Bowl, it seems. The question is, what do we do with our guests? Do we leave the guest on the ship, or do we carry the guest with us? I mean,
How easily mobile is she at this point? Because Outlaw did perform med checks on her. I magically healed her. Like
It should be able to walk.
I'm
and
pretty
stuff.
sure she should be up and under her own power at this point, right?
Almost. She's going to need some assistance getting to a medical facility. And just by chance, there is a medical facility close by.
okay, well then, I mean, I don't know. Should we just leave her there? Like, is it safe? It's worse. If this place is worse than Absalom, can we just leave her?
Yeah, we can drop her off. It's fine.
As y'all are congregating around the main exit hatch, you start to hear footsteps coming down, and they're a very gimped and like limping footsteps from the med bay on the ship.
Hey, you ready to go to the hospital?
Our friend Tails McGee has appeared, and she says, "Yes, please. I'm going to need some assistance getting there, but before you drop me off, I need to give you a contact." She's pulling and reaching into her vest or whatever she's wearing. She pulls out her comm unit. She's scrolling through her comm unit, and as she does, she stops. She says,
PG?
Yes.
She reaches into her pockets to look for her comm unit, and when she's looking around, I go, "Oh, you're looking for this?"
Oh yeah, we took her comm unit.
The very beginning, when we were healing her and we were patching her up, I rolled a sleight of hand check, and it was like 30 something to just go, yoink.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll retract that. She's looking for her comm unit, and she's puzzled. And that's when Outlaw says, "Looking for this?"
You mean this right here?
She says, yes. May I have that, please?
Sure.
She takes it and begins scrolling through it, and she stops on a certain contact, and she says, "I need you to get in contact with my brother." And she swipes out and sends the contact to all of your comm units. Says, "My brother's a starship engineer. He can give you upgrades to the ship free of charge for saving my life.
Whoa.
Tell him
That's,
I sent you."
What's your brother's name?
Did I actually write that down, do you think?
Make it up.
Sonic McGee. Duh.
It's the duh.
Nothing personnel, kid.
It's Tails McGee's brother. Come on.
Yeah.
We're going to call him Knuckles McGee now that you said Sonic, all right? Knuckles McGee it is.
Knuckles. Knuckles and Tails.
Yep.
And
My son would love
Knuckles.
that. Knuckles.
Yeah.
All right. Brother Knuckles.
All right. So where does he live?
He lives on Aurel. He lives on Akaton. He is
Okay.
one of the top starship engineers on the planet. Arguably in the Pact Worlds, too. But we can come down later in the adventure to meet some of those that are neck and neck with him.
Can we call him and let him know his sister's here and we're dropping her off at this hospital just so we can do that? And then let him know, hey, we're going to come and cash in on that
You
upgrade.
absolutely can.
All right, my culture officer has to do it. I mean, that's why I gave him the title. So, Brock, can you please give Knuckles McGee a call and let him know
Yeah.
what I just said?
Yeah.
All right.
So I call him.
He doesn't answer, I guess. He called him. He called him DG.
Okay. Ring, bring,
Yeah.
bring. You are
That
correct.
sounds
There
like
is no
that.
answer. Answering message picks up. You want to leave a message?
Say, hello. Tails said to talk to you for free upgrades to ship.
She's in the hospital.
Also, I sound terrifying over the phone because I'm not using my telepathy. I'm using like the horrible clicking noises and stuff
Yes.
that they make. So
Hey, tell him we put her in the hospital.
yes, we put her in the hospital.
And
She
you're
said
gonna
that
you're
you
gonna
would
say it
give
like
us-
that? You're gonna say you
she said
put
that you
her
would
in the
give us
hospital.
Free upgrades to the ship.
Do not question his methods, okay?
Okay. All right.
Someone just told me to say that we put her in the hospital. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right. And I didn't hear it. Like, I totally trust what Brock is saying. Like, I'm doing something else, like, while he's doing the call. So I come back when it's over and I go, all right, we're good?
I just give you the thumbs up and say I have let him know.
Okay. Tails, we'll take you to this this hospital nearby, and then we're headed to the Dust Bowl. Contact us if you need anything. Your brother knows everything. Brock took care of it. We're good to go.
She says, "Excellent. Thank you. I am forever in your debt."
Don't mention it.
All right. Sorry, just taking some notes over here as well. Save those so I don't lose my prep shit like earlier. Okay. Anyway, all right. So you guys are going to disembark the starship. You're going to go drop her off over at the medical facility and head towards the Dust Bowl, correct?
That's correct.
Beautiful. So let's go ahead and get rid of Fran, and let's go ahead and bring up the
Outlaw
Akita.
kind of comes up to Zorn and goes, "Hey man, while we're here, you need anything?"
So this is a
yeah,
general. I'm
there's a
sharing it
woman
with
who-
you guys now. You guys should be able
Sorry,
to
my
see
God.
it. Everybody on YouTube can also see it, but for those that are listening that cannot see, it's showing a picture of what the outside of Arl would look like. And it is a very industrial, gritty city based on this very red and barren planet. The air is very dry. There's almost no atmosphere. There's very little atmosphere. It's breathable, but it's thin. So you can walk around without your suits, if you will. Not except for Zorn, because he spaced himself back in the day, so he can just live in space. That's fine. But
Do
it's
we have to keep track of our battery packs and all that stuff?
not in combat, yes, but out of combat, no. This is just you
Okay.
guys are basically going to be walking through the docking area is on the northern end of Arl, and it would probably to walk through the entire city would probably take you about 15-20 minutes to walk from one end to the other. It's not a very large city, so and there's no transit, there's no inner city transportation. There's outer city transportation, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But essentially, you guys are going to get there, and on your journey there, nothing happens. Beautiful.
So this culture, the DC for this culture check right here to find the black market DG is 5 lower than what you would have it set as. Even though I don't really have any points in it.
we need to
Wait,
fix that.
okay. So 5, so a 2? Is that what we're
No.
the-
Whatever you
your-
set it at, it would. You
Your
set
D,
it at 15.
the DC
Oh,
you
okay,
set
all
for
right.
this check is 5 lower because of
I'm
my
gonna
theme
fix you
skill.
that. I'll
Okay,
throw it
okay,
back.
okay. And still, it wasn't a very high check to begin with. So
No.
5 lower. Okay. So we're going to call that a pass. You would know the market. And my question to you is it's not something to answer right now, but to think about, have you been here before?
No, but I know a guy.
That's the answer I
know
was
people.
looking for.
I know people.
I know a guy. Hey, forget about it. All right. So you guys head there. You basically run through. Now, before we even carry on a little bit further, you would have been fully rested from the journey here. It would have taken 3 days, I believe, was the roll. 1d6, I rolled a 3. So you would have been fully rested. I did that over in the combat tracker, so you guys should have all of your HP, SP, all that stuff back. And then you pretty much geared up before you left Absalom Station. You can get stuff here if you wish. I think the highest level is level 14. Let me just check the manual just to see. I want to make sure that I'm correct. 14th level is the maximum item level, yes.
I don't want us buying 14th level stuff. I'm just saying.
Well, you can buy it, just either use it at a disadvantage or save it for later.
The stuff says 14th level. Our wallets say 3rd level.
Maybe a little higher, but mostly third.
My sleight of hand skill says 20th level.
Nice. All right,
The
so
guy selling the 14th level stuff says 2nd level, and your hand's now gone.
your hand is missing. One less limb. All right, so you guys head over to the Dust Bowl, where you walk into this bar, and I gotta find. I'm really pissed that didn't save either. That's really annoying. Oh, Syrinscape and Fantasy Grounds are a pain in my ass. It's fine. So let's do this. Give me just a moment here. Maybe cut for editing. Beauty of YouTube. Cut it all out if I need to, right? Okay.
Well, what Outlaw is doing is Outlaw is going to find the black market and stuff, and he's because I asked Zorn what he needed, and Zorn was like, "I need a bigger one of these." Basically showing his gun, and he needed a bigger gun. I'm trying to find someone that's selling stuff, and I'm going to be like, "Hey, you know, I can make some runs for you. My only payment is a better handgun, or maybe some other weapons and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to try to get a deal, and then I'm going to swing by where this Knuckles guy is, do some damage control from this super awesome fucking voicemail that was left, and then see if we can get a smuggler's compartment put in the fucking ship.
Shouldn't
then-
we meet our contacts first?
Oh yeah, but Outlaw's trying to do side business right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And do you want to do this size business like as you're heading over to the Dust Bowl? Because it's like a 20-minute walk. So I mean, you're walking through the markets and all that stuff.
Like I said, Outlaw goes to find the black market.
Yeah,
So these
Outlaw
guys
is
are-
splitting from the group.
These guys are going where they're going, and then these guys are going where they're going, and when they're not paying attention, Outlaw goes and looks for the black market.
Frank would want to follow you. So can I roll something to see if I could follow you, or would you insist that you go alone?
I would slip. That stealth check is to slip away without you noticing.
Yeah.
That's a successful slip away for sure.
Let's see. And I roll lower, so I have no idea.
No
I'm just
clue.
enjoying the sights.
He
I'd like to
slips
get a
away.
drink.
Also, does Starfinder use passive perception?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
Yeah, that's definitely a 5th edition thing.
Yeah.
You don't have passive perception here.
So Outlaw would
So-
slip away. You guys are on your way to the Dust Bowl, and as you are walking through this crowded, dry city, Outlaw slips away. However, I'm going back to that untrained culture roll to find the black market. You
Yeah, pretty
do find the black market, and you find this guy.
Whoa.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob look weird as fuck.
Yeah, he's got a good arm.
Don't you take my strong arm.
Take
Yeah,
the
take-
strong hand,
Take the good
child.
arm.
Oh my God, that's great.
I don't
so,
like that Outlaw split from the party in the place more dangerous than Absalom Station.
Well,
he is
you
an
don't
outlaw.
have to like it. He did it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate you do not like this action, for it has occurred.
Outlaw's gonna be fine. These are my peoples.
So you find this contact. His name is Brakim.
Mm.
He likes to be called Bra.
Ah,
Well, I'm gonna let him know I'm in the market for some smuggling business. Because my plan is to find someone to maybe give us some weapons for the price of smuggling some stuff for him, and then go into Knuckles and being like, "Hey, man, I need a smuggler's compartment in our ship somehow. If you can do it."
All right,
And I
so
got an
that
idea
when you're
what-
talking to Knuckles, that will be at a later
Yeah.
point
yeah,
in
yeah,
time. But I'm going to make that note here that you want to do that. That's will be quite all right. So you approach this fine-looking gentleman, or gentle thing, I should say, because who knows what he is. He
Yeah.
says, "This is happening, partner. What can I do for you?"
I'm in the mood for. I'm looking to maybe do some transportation business for some interested parties. For a nominal fee, of course.
Money aside, I can handle what you need, bruh. Talk to me.
Need a couple upgrades on some sidearms. And some. I need some. Let's see. Let me come up with a word for guns.
Heaters, blasters,
Bang,
noisemakers,
bang sticks. I mean, what do you
wood
want?
splitters.
Need some upgrades. I'll just say need some upgrades for some choppers.
I got all kinds of upgrades, partner. You have these items on your person?
No, I need some upgraded. Like what I said is I need some upgraded choppers, like upgrade firearm, better guns, and stuff.
Oh, so you don't need to upgrade these items. You need better items.
I need some better equipment, and in lieu of me being able to pay, I can transport some goods for you, no questions asked.
I like the cut of your jib. Give me some time.
Outlaw just kind of goes,
Just a little flip up the hat. Ding.
well, because he's got the hat. So you've seen the movie The Losers, right?
Yes, of
The
course.
guy
of course.
Coyote is just
Yep. Yeah, he gives him the old fashioned, instead of the tip of the brim, he gives like the flip of the brim, which is good. I like that. So you're basically doing dealings with Brakim. He can get you whatever you want, but it's gonna take time. He can't get you any upgrades or additional weapons or items immediately.
Right.
He's gonna need some time to work his magic. Again, for those listening in podcast land, I'm using air quotes around work his
Right.
magic.
and I'll give him my contact information, and I'll mosey on to where we know Knuckles is at. Did we get an address for where Knuckles was?
Negative.
I'll ask this guy, hey, brah, where can I find Knuckles?
Man, you know Knuckles?
Oh, yeah.
That punk owes me money.
Oh, he does. How much does he owe you?
He owes me 10,000 credits.
Oof.
All right, if you tell me where it is, I can find it for you.
Good luck finding him. He's a sneaky fucker. You find him, you let me know. I'll get your items half price.
And I just, do the... and kind of walk off.
He said, sir, before you leave, please do take my card. Bruh.
I'll take it.
Gives you the digital card and swipes it or whatever he does with it. You have his card and his contact. This way you can message him freely if we do happen to come across Knuckles at some point. And you said you want to make your way back over towards the Dust Bowl?
Well, if we don't know where Knuckles is right now,
Right.
I'll make my way back to where the group is, and I will also message Knuckles as well. Since she gave us all his contact information, I'll say some along the lines of, hey, we met your sister in the Absalom station. Things got a little heated. She took some fire from some jackass gangers. We patched her up, but we got her at this hospital.
Unnecessary, but okay. I mean, our culture officer took care of it, but okay.
You're not there.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
but Outlaw was like this the entire time when Broix was talking to her.
Yeah, the look of disgust.
And now you wonder why I don't like you.
It's because you're racist.
Undermining my authority, dude.
What authority?
Oh, here. Beautiful.
So,
All right.
about those of us who did not fuck off by themselves.
Hmm. Yeah, like the rest of the party. When do we notice that he's gone?
I would say with that roll, that stealth roll, it'd be you are about to approach the Dust Bowl, and as you walk up to the door, you turn around and notice him reappearing. Not from the path you guys. So you guys are coming in from the northeast. Well, you see him coming in from like the southwest.
Yeah. So when I show up, if Frank's got like a look on his face, I just go, "What's up, Captain?"
I'm watching you, Outlaw.
Obviously, you weren't.
Obviously, you weren't. All right.
Now, before we move on, I just want everybody to know that we should probably stick together. We don't want anything to happen to us separately. Separately, you don't know what can happen.
Split
that
the
is all.
party. Split the party.
Just gonna reach down and pet Thrummer. I'm never alone.
Nice.
Yes, Thrummer's a good boy.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
no, Brock. Now, what are
He's
you
like,
trying
what are
to
you
do, Brock?
stealthing off to?
I'll saddle up close to. I'll get kind of close to Zorn. I'll just kind of lean in and be like, I'm making some headway in some gear.
All right, what is
Try and
going on?
sneak up to go get some food.
Everybody wants to go off on their own. They're
Okay,
like,
well,
fuck the captain, I'm
let's
out.
see here.
Zorn to see some really good food.
When
Over.
Brock sees Zord goes to sneak off, so Zord goes to sneak off with Brock
And-
just
and-
to troll the captain.
And Frank catches both of you and says, not so fast, everybody.
Hey guys, where are you going?
Oh, food over there, yeah.
Well, let's go together. I'm hungry too. I mean, I'll eat with you guys. I know I'm your boss and everything, but come on, we could have a better relationship.
Oh, is this one of those like I'm your boss, but we're also a family?
We're a family, okay? Phil is our dad.
Wow.
athletics to run as fast as possible.
Oh, look at him move. Beautiful.
Like a gazelle out in the open.
Leaps like a gazelle.
What's a gazelle?
You are.
You are now.
So yeah, I mean,
Get food.
I'm down to get food and drink. I'm sure we're hungry and famished. Why not just get a little bit of food and drink and then head out? I'm cool with that.
Well, before you proceed into that, the Dust Bowl is like an all-encompassing place. You get libation, you can get food. There's a little lounge area, so you can basically you want to get food and drink there, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I have this contact's number? Not Ferran. Sorry. His name is... Yeah, it is Ferran.
Yep, you had it right. Yep.
Yeah. So do I meet Ferran in... Can I contact him and let him know we're at the Dust Bowl?
Absolutely.
So I'll contact him, let him know we're at the Dust Bowl. And the first place where we can get food and drink together, I guess we could congregate there.
Oof.
Guys, there's nothing to eat here.
Wow.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. There's absolutely nothing to eat here.
I mean, we're literally in front of a noodle shop.
Oh, they need better sign and advertisement because I definitely didn't see that there.
Oh, I hope you guys don't need these rolls later.
I know, right?
Who cares? We're having fun. That's the point.
Exactly.
So let's get some noodles, some Akatani ale, and we'll wait for Farahàn here.
Farahàn. Listen, it ain't Farrakhan,
Or
okay?
Ferran.
Listen. Not the prophet, all right? Listen.
We will wait for Firecrotch, okay?
All right, so you guys, you go. Frank goes to contact him. Are you going to call him or are you going to send him a message?
I'll send him a message, just
All
a
right,
text
cool.
message. Let him know we're at the noodle shop, drinking some Akaton ale, waiting
Beautiful.
for him.
Beautiful. He almost immediately responds to your message by saying, I am in the Dust Bowl. Soon as you come in, I'm just off to the left. I have a table reserved, rather large table, so
Where's
you can't miss me. What's
Is
that,
he
Joe?
at the same? He's at the same shop.
He's at the Dust Bowl. That's where you guys are going.
Oh, I thought that's where we were.
No,
Is
that's
that
where you guys.
the
You guys.
name of the food place that he's at?
Yeah, that's where your contact is, and it's like
Oh.
it's like a bar / lounge / restaurant /
Okay, I thought the Dust Bowl was a name of like a big area that has like food and drink and stuff
What-
like that.
Which makes it even worse that I swore they didn't sell any food in it when we stepped in.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it makes it better.
So fine. Retroactively, we go to the Dust Bowl.
They don't sell any food here, as there's a guy literally at a table like chopping meat. Like,
Huh? Wait, what?
What the fuck?
My
He's saying
apologies
that
for not
this
clarifying
isn't
that
food.
earlier.
No, it's all good. All right, so then we are there.
All right, you guys are gonna step right on up. Let's go ahead and stop that and put up this. Hopefully, it doesn't blast out too loud. A bit of delay, please. Please load.
Hey, my ragtime gal.
Mm-hmm. Little ragtime action in the Dust Bowl here.
Akaton knows how to swing.
And you walk in, and it is literally the epitome of a sci-fi cantina. There are all types of alien, humanoid creature things, having a good time. A couple of scuffles going on here and there. Everybody looks very, very shady. And as you walk in, let me get a perception check from everybody. Now that y'all just rolled all them great perception checks when I didn't ask for them.
I got
You're gonna
more
roll
for
a
you,
bunch of
baby.
great. That's great.
Brock with that
Good.
low.
Frank, what did you roll, Frank? Okay, great. Frank, you roll a 22 total. So, all right, everybody goes in. As soon as you're walking in there, you see Ferran off to the left, and you can see him. He's got your picture from the contact, Kamala,
Yep.
back on Epsilon Station. So he sees you, and he's giving you the hand signal to wave over. On your way over, you see a large Vesk standing at the bar that looks very familiar.
Mhm.
Oh, was it the chick we were supposed to give a ride to?
Bingo. Who remembers her name?
Betty, you never showed up.
Well, she hasn't approached you yet. She sees Frank, and Frank sees her. They make eye contact.
Yeah, well, Zorn kind of yelled that out loud. He's like, "You never showed up."
Yeah,
Zorn
yeah.
definitely yelled that out loud, and he definitely called her Betty.
Definitely called her Betty. Okay, hold on. I have to take notes here, please.
like I'm not saying that's her name, but that's what the fuck Zorn called her.
Oh yeah, this is the person that I've known for a while, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Betty.
So,
Don't trust Zorn.
so she sees Frank. They lock eyes. She starts to walk over to the crew, and she hears Zorn say Betty, and she gets up real close to his face and growls real deep and says it's Shelly, and immediately turns over to Frank and says, I got my ride. Appreciate the offer, and you guys miss me, but I'm
Yeah,
here.
Shell, that's what I said.
She says, I'm here, and I owe you drinks.
Oh no, that's okay. We have pressing matters to attend to. Shelly, right? Shelly, we know each other for a long time.
She takes her gigantic wrench that is bigger than you, slams it on the ground, and says, I don't take no for an answer. We will have our drinks.
Which, when she says that, Outlaw kind of like walks past Frank a little bit, kind of nudges him on the shoulders, like, Cap, don't be rude.
What if you join us then? Join us as we go and talk to our contact. We can walk while we talk and all talk together.
And she says, that's more like it, and gives you a big old slap on the back, and I want you to give me an athletics check.
Oh Jesus.
I want to
Nice, with a -1. You still got a
With the
17.
negative one.
do an athletics check to try and catch him when it happens too.
Well, I rolled a 17.
Oof, oof.
Trip him on accident.
Trip him on,
Catch him in that trip.
trip him on
You're
accident.
able to keep up from her patting you on the back, but then Brock just shoves you over.
Yeah. Brock
Yeah, you gotta try
shoved
and
me
catch
over.
him and shove you.
Yeah, you shoved me over. I did a really cool roll, and then you totally ruined it with your one. And so I fall on the ground, and I get up, and I say, "Oh, the Akaton's gravity. I'm trying to get accustomed to it."
At least wait until we had a couple of drinks first.
She's
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah,
I tell you what, Shelly, why don't you get the drinks, and then meet us at that table over there, and we'll all chat.
she says, I'll be right back. And she wanders
Oh,
off to
was
the
the-
bar.
Shelly was she was the engineer, right? The engineer
Correct.
chick.
Mechanic, yep.
Don't worry, Shelly. If anybody tries to call you Betty, I'll punch him in the face for you. Because only an asshole would do that, Shelly.
And then I
And
turn
give her
to the
thumbs
crew.
up.
I turn to the crew and say, "Is it customary for Vesk to follow you to another planet?"
It's their mating rituals.
Jesus Christ.
I
Brock.
don't know.
Yes.
And if our culture officer
He
doesn't know,
Like Zorn has no idea, but he's just decided to say it's their mating rituals. And then
listen,
once that-
if our
Frank-
culture officer doesn't know, then the answers aren't out there because Brock is an exemplary culture officer.
Exemplary. Nice
Make
word.
a
Yeah.
bluff check.
Now, this is Frank believes this wholeheartedly, dude. I swear to God, Frank believes that you're doing a really good job, and he has no idea that you're not.
Nice. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys, Shelly departs. She goes back to the bar to get some drinks. You guys sit down with Ferran, And he's, welcome, sit. We much to discuss. Time.
Thank you so much, Faran. Thank you for inviting us. I have a Vesk friend joining us. She's just bringing some drinks for us, just to let you know.
Yes, room for all. Yes, sit, please. Much to discuss. Time is of the
name's
essence.
Betty, by the way.
Do you guys sit? Right? You
Yeah.
guys aren't just going to stand around. You're going to sit and hang
No,
out for a
we'll
minute.
sit. Of course. Please, my crew goes first.
Right? Everybody sits down nicely. Ferran asks, food, you guys going to order?
How is Ferran's? Is he sitting? Where is he sitting on the table?
He's,
Like,
okay,
if I-
so...
If I sit opposite of him, do I have my back to the door?
No. The door
Okay.
would be off to your left. So you walk in, and I don't have a map for this, but
Yeah, I'll sit opposite
theater of the
him.
mind. Right?
Yeah,
you
I'll
walk
sit
in.
opposite him or as close as I can in such a way that my back is not to the door and I can see the front door coming in without actually having to like turn and look at it like if it's in my
Yeah, it's in your peripheral. 100%.
yeah.
No, I
100%.
sit with my back to the door. I don't care. I have
Yeah.
Farmer walk through the door for me.
Is
Nice.
this like a booth, a round
Yes,
table?
that's what I
It's a
was just.
booth.
It's like an oval-shaped booth that is not a full booth though. So it's got booth chairs and seats, like bench seats on the side, kind of like in an oval shape, and then it's got almost like what looks like a captain's chair on each end or each head of the table.
Oh, as we're sitting down, I'm gonna lean over and whisper over to Cruxus, hey, aren't we on a holy mission here too?
Yes, and that's precisely why I can't drink on the job.
When they're doing all this stuff and
Don't
they're-
worry, I'll drink for you.
that sleight of hand is when Outlaw sits down, right? And he kind of like has his, kind of takes his coat and kind of does it like this. And when he sits down, it's like, as he's sitting down, he's kind of got his bravado pistol just out, like
In his lap.
Do we have any reason not to trust
kind of like right here.
Faran?
Outlaw doesn't trust anybody. That's why he's been alive so long.
No, I get it. I'm just I thought that he was a
Out of-
contact from the Starfinder Society, right?
Out of character. Outlaw is a survivor from the android. Was it the android like persecution? and stuff like that?
Liberation.
Android
Yeah.
liberation and stuff like that, and he's like out of character. No one knows this. He's a survivor of that, and he supports the resistance still. So when he's
Ooh.
sitting down, he's sitting down, and he kind of just does the sleight of hand to have his gun out, and he just kind of keeps his eye on keeps his eye on Ferran, and he's just kind of like nonchalantly paying attention to the door, but he's looking at our contact. So if anything happens, it's going to be Outlaw shot first.
Good. And for reference, Akaton is a bad place. And just because the Starfinder Society does good things doesn't mean it's not riddled with bad people. So,
Frank-
or bad
Frank
beings, I should
Valerian-
say.
Frank Valerian may be naive to the ways of the world, but Outlaw's not.
Well
Yeah,
said.
to Frank, he's an ally. He's like, oh, Starfinder Society, but he's a fixer basically, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, got it. So yeah, we sit down and I say, yeah, we're hungry, we're starving, we'd love to get some food. And then if there's any business we need to get to, I believe time is of the essence.
Yes. Time is of the essence. And he pulls up the digital menus. You guys can place whatever orders you wish. You want to get some food, you want to get noodles, whatever you guys want to get. That's fine. You guys will do that. And he just immediately gets down to business. You can sense urgency in his tone and his demeanor. He's not.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm
bro.
100% ordering the weirdest looking thing on the menu and pointing it out to Brock as I do it.
I get it too.
Nice. I'll have what
You
he's
know what?
having.
I'll get it too.
Nice. I'll have what she's having.
I don't know what it is, but I love trying new things.
Beautiful. So you guys are placing your order, and Ferran basically gets right to business. He pulls out his data pad. He sends a message over to Kamala and lets her know that you guys have arrived. She quickly responds and says, good, please keep me posted on progress and details of the mission, etc., etc. And he turns to you guys and says, so, we go to the bounty. Do you know of the bounty?
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage, Mr. Ferran. I do not know about this bounty.
All right, let's give me another culture check. Let me see that.
Okay. Pretty low. Come on, culture officer. Come on. Ah.
It's okay. Your palate's got your back, dog. Apparently, that's a perception, not a culture.
Oops.
I know.
And outlaw.
I know. And you see Outlaw, he's kind of like doing this.
He ain't even looking. He ain't even listening. He's just watching.
Untrained, damn.
All right, so you guys would, for the most part, you would know that the bounty is the only place on Akaton that has greenery.
The devil's lettuce, as you say.
Well, and then some.
Mm.
So Ferran begins to fold up his datapad and put it away. Says, bounty is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Many experiments gone wrong over many, many millennia. Terraforming projects gone wrong. Every man's nightmare. That's where our party went missing. The research crew was tasked with bringing back samples from a specific area of the bounty. I have their last known location.
Okay. And where is this exactly?
So if we go back to, I'm not sure if you guys still have the image of the map.
I do. I have Akaton here.
So if you're looking at
it's past that that gap.
it's just south of the Adio Rift.
Adio Rift. Looks dangerous. Looks like that journey is a little bit dangerous. If we go north, or sorry, the east, could we go around that bend and come back over to the bounty?
Well, he what Ferran's gonna do is he's gonna describe to you how you're gonna get over there. He basically has like not so much a hover vehicle, but it's not quite a starship. It's kind of like in between that could take you right over the rift to get to the bounty. You guys are basically, if you're looking at that map, you'll see that it runs along the northern edge. You guys will enter the bounty from the western side.
Okay, yeah, I would just insist that he let us borrow that vehicle because we have a great pilot and we would need a way to get back.
So you're talking about something that's not quite a hovercraft, but not quite a starship. Do you mean an aircraft?
Well said, sir. Well said, sir.
An aeroplane?
An aeroplane, as them folks call it.
On
So,
the
yeah.
plane of air?
So he proceeds to give you the details of they've been missing for almost a month now. The last known location was given. He also has a last communication from them, simply stating that they have arrived. That's it.
Okay. So what my question is, what was this research team in charge of? Are we at liberty to know what they were trying to do in Bounty?
It's classified.
Of course. All right, then I would have to ask my crew. You know, I'm not alone in this, and I would want to know, is there any reason you guys think we shouldn't go? And what kind of provisions do you think we would need? And compensation, of course. Okay.
I'm going to lean back in over at Cruxit. Hey, does your holy mission take you to the bounty?
I'm gonna unroll my parchment kind of in secret over on the side. Yep, completely over to the bounty.
Yes,
Wanna
yes,
try
we
and
definitely
beat
should
it
go
up.
to the bounty. And for compensation, 10.
Oh,
Natural 20.
I read
Nice
the
one, Buck.
parchment. What-
Yeah, he saw the
I
picture.
saw the parchment.
Okay, what does it say? Well, you don't have to tell us. You saw it secretly.
Yeah, you could message me.
Sleight of hand.
Nice.
Terrible,
We
terrible
all
job.
saw
That's
the parchment.
perfect, dude. That is
Might
perfect.
as well just put it in front of your lap.
No, Zorn specifically isn't looking. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
But he's like, we will take compensation. 10
money.
million credits.
Mm-hmm. I
Ferran
know
laughs. You are funny. I like you a lot.
I know.
Assumes that the blank parchment
I
just,
just
has
wink.
some
Yeah.
message that he can't read.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I can't read. I don't know why I'm looking.
No, I can read. I assume that the blank parchment just has a hidden message on it that I can't see.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, what are you willing to pay us, Ferran, and what kind of provisions can you provide for us other than the aircraft, as my dwarven friend has said?
Yes.
What kind of compensation and what kind of provisions can you provide for us? And then we have to know what we're going through.
Okay, so provisions are whatever you need. You need weapons, ammunition, rations. I have. No problems.
Weapons.
Limited weapons. I will state. Don't have free pick because my supplies are limited.
Well, Ferran, I mean, these are your people that we're going after. How limited are your supplies? And I'm basically trying to persuade him. I don't know what I would have to roll for that, to really try his best to get us the best that he can.
All right.
Is that a bluff? No.
No, I would.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, I would do diplomacy. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, please try your best. After all, we're going after your people.
So you are extremely convincing to him, and he says, top level for you.
Very
Because I
good.
like you. The gleam in your eye makes me
We
feel
will-
warm.
I appreciate that I warm you and my eyes warm you. And we will make a list of provisions that we need, and we'll get back to you on that. And I expect our vehicle to be ready. We are a professional crew. We are Starfinders at the end of the day, Ferran. And so if you have tasked us with something, we will not quit until we succeed.
Ship is ready to go. Provisions may take a few moments as you enjoy your meals. Be here by the time you're done with your meals. Now
And
let's talk
finally-
compensation.
Thank you. Yes, you took the words out of my mouth.
You each get 5,000 credits up front as soon as you leave, immediately into your account. You will be receiving an additional 15,000 credits each upon completion.
Wow. Wow.
Now to the details I'm allowed to give you. The bounty is a very dangerous place. Creatures of all kinds that have been mutated through experimentation run wild. They are working on retrieving specific blood types from one creature that is extremely rare. Only been seen once. The blood must be collected in any form. You will get extra compensation to bring the body back intact. Possibly alive.
Okay. Very good. So there's one body that we are recovering.
Yes.
And it is of the experimental creature, not of your research party. We're not doing a rescue mission.
We don't believe they survived. I have high hopes that they have. But we are assuming the worst. And he starts to scroll back through his data pad. It's like, here's the only image I have of the creature. Just make sure I pull up the right one to share with you all right now. Give me a moment. It's the one. No.
I'd also want the names of the entire expedition party just in case. I mean, you don't have to give it to me. We could just say that I have it in case if it comes up.
I haven't created all the party names, so you have it.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's what I mean. We could just say that I have it, and if we see him. Jesus Christ, that thing is ugly.
That's the creature he sends to all of your comm units.
How large is that to scale?
It's a medium. It's a medium creature.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
So slightly bigger than your average human.
Does he have any way for us to tranquilize it?
Yeah, sedated.
That
Well, he
is
said-
important.
He said bring the body. He didn't say you have to bring it alive.
He said alive
Correct.
if possible.
Oh,
If
alive if
possible.
possible.
At bare minimum, a blood sample.
Dude, we're killing this thing. So
You
much
get
easier.
you get extra for bringing back more than just a blood sample. So if like you bring back a leg or a
But yeah,
tentacle,
does he have
or-
like tranquilizer darts or something we can use?
That's part of our provisions for sure.
put that on the provision list.
Yeah, tranquilizers. I mean, electrified net, whatever the hell we can get our hands on.
Ooh, you guys are SOL. He does not have tranquilizers.
All right. What about some kind of electrified net
That's
or
all right. Brock can beat it down. I've seen it.
or cow prod?
Cattle
something
prod.
like- yeah,
Don't
cattle
tase me, bro.
I
Teaser.
want to tase it.
All right, so he will give you. Let me do another. All right, so you guys will have basically call them stun nets, like electronic nets or whatever.
Okay.
In addition to, if you guys want ammunition and additional.
Well, we'll definitely
Rations.
load up on ammunition just to reload our ammunition and make sure we have enough.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
if there's any weapons you guys want, I mean, I think now's the time to try to do that.
Things to play. You're not going to be indoor. You're going to be outdoor, and it is the only place. Like everywhere else, the atmosphere is very thin because of the terraforming project that went on here and all of the experimentation. It's very lush. It's like the only place that has
It's like a
Is-
jungle.
exactly. It's like a very very dense jungle.
So then we're gonna need provisions for that kind of stuff, like anti-bug spray, tents, food rations.
Motherfucker said bug spray. Yo.
Yeah,
Hold up,
we
when he
don't-
says bug spray, I look at Frank. I swear to
No,
God,
no,
I'll
you
punch you in the face.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, out of character, there's some nasty fucking diseases in this book. All right, you'll be thankful that you don't get any of the fucking diseases because of my bug spray.
I'm glad you've been reading.
Zorn pets Thrummer and just gives you the stink eye.
Nice.
Instead of bugs, what I meant to say is foreign bodies, foreign animals.
Repellent.
Yeah, repellent. Is there an item that can help us with disease and poison? Poison's worse than
Oh.
disease.
I'm going to roll a survival check and see if I know what's our biggest threat we actually should be concerned of in the bounty. Because I did a pretty high cultural check earlier to know about it.
Yep.
So I might know what's going on inside it.
Not
15.
bad. Plus 10. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, when we get there, I have a part of my theme is if I'm on a foreign world or planet, that I can reduce the difficulty value of a physical science check by 5, and to take the test. And if I pass, then I'll know about the area that we're in.
Okay.
Well, physical science is to know like how strong is the gravity and like all that.
Oh,
Kind of
really? It's not like
Life
creatures and
science,
stuff?
right? Isn't
Yeah,
it life
life
science?
science.
It's life
Yeah,
science.
like
You're
so
right.
I was just going for what we might know about the biggest threats we should watch out for there. But yeah, provisions. I'm just trying to get our the normal provisions you would get. We need something a cage to haul this bitch back in if we get it alive. We got
Sure.
the stun nets. We got bullets. We got food and drink.
I just want to make sure that we're ready in case we get stranded there. That's
Is
all.
he offering us new weapons? Because if he is, like 100%, Zorn will take him up on that. But
Right. They're not going to be better than what you currently have. They would be similar.
okay, never mind. Zorn's good. He really just if he can walk out of this planet with a swagger hand cannon, he'll be happy.
Yeah.
Those will come from our slack-jawed
Yeah.
brah. All right. So, but he's
Which
basically
we
he'll
have
give
no
you.
idea about.
Well, yeah, out of character, out of context, you guys wouldn't know about that.
We have no idea.
Zorn kind of does. I gave him a hint.
Yeah. He let me know we were getting stuff in, and Zorn just nodded.
All right.
Shaking
so,
my damn head, dude.
Yeah,
He's our-
basically.
He's our assistant cultural officer. Frank just doesn't know it.
Yeah, basically anything you guys would need or can think of to put in your list, like, anti-poison stuff, stuff to cure disease, nets to secure, all that stuff, you guys are golden to get that. And based on your survival skill roll, you would generally know that aside from this beast, there are other flora and fauna in the area that are dangerous.
All right, we're going to go. It's gonna be dangerous, so
100%.
compensation yeah, let's go. I'm ready. We have a whole
Wait,
quest to do.
before we go, do we know anything else about this Kasaric? I'm assuming that this was part of an experimentation that went wrong and it got out.
Hey, Cruxus.
Well, okay, so the way the
What you're after?
It will help prevent evil in the galaxy.
Ah, okay, good. We'll catch it then for sure.
All right, so based on knowledge of just general knowledge, canon, what you guys have rolled as well, the initial project for the bounty was a terraforming project. They wanted to terraform the whole entire planet, but it got out of hand quickly. It escalated very quickly. In addition to that, compounding the issue was quite a few unnamed, we'll call them rogue research scientists for now. We have not come across those yet.
Gotcha.
They were experimenting on creatures, and they were mixing plants and creatures, creatures and creatures, humanoids and creatures. So there is quite a cornucopia of bad things in the bounty. Bounty's no joke.
Okay, so this creature is important enough that they need somebody to bring it back because of all the money and research they put into it. Because 15
And to stop evil.
And to stop evil, of course. My bad. That's 20,000 credits each. That's a lot of fucking money, dude.
That's a lot of money. So this, and just a little bit more detail on the creature itself. It is a creature-plant hybrid. It is both a creature and a plant.
Okay.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys the full... You guys rolled a fucking ton of shit, so I'm just going to give it to you. Give verbatim as I have it. You ready?
Okay.
12-foot-long quadruped with writhing feeding tendrils and leaf-like sails on their back. They evolved as mindless mobile plants that sprouted seedlings within corpses. In recent decades, however, they've begun hunting in packs, preternaturally adopting the competitor's strengths. Further augmentations from research and experiments have given it quite a few tricks up its sleeve.
Okay. So if it's a plant, it's likely to have some kind of poisonous element to it. Well, actually, you know what? Let me... I don't have it trained. Never mind. Forget it. This is out of character thinking.
Well,
That's cool,
we
that's
are,
cool, that's
we're-
cool.
we have some poison stuff. We have some disease stuff. We have basic first aid kit, camping equipment, rations, water. We have a plane. Let's wait for Shelly so she doesn't think we ditched her again.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can go.
I was totally going to ditch her again.
Oh my god. And that's perfect
Listen, I
timing
like
because as you do, she comes over with 2 giant trays of the cheapest, most stale ale in the place. and she starts to hand out drinks to everybody. And she's kind of like, so if we're looking at, you got basically Farron is at the one end, you guys are around the side, and somebody sitting at the other head of the table. Who would be sitting at the other head of the table? Direct, right? Didn't you Jimmy, didn't you say you're sitting directly across from Farron?
Frank is in the most disadvantageous position that he could be in. He's totally oblivious of like where should I stand or anything like that.
Yeah,
So he's like he's sitting bitch in the middle, right?
Yeah, totally.
All
And
right,
he thinks
cool.
it's great.
Outlaw said he was sitting directly across from the guy, so he would be at the other head.
All
so
right.
to speak.
So Shelly props her big old wrench up on the side after she hands out all her beers to everybody and kind of just scooches in on one of the sides and holds her glass up, looks directly at Frank and says, "To graduation."
Yes, graduation.
Yeah,
We-
to graduation, friends.
We did it.
And she says something in Vesk, almost like a cheers or a shlanta.
No,
Shlanta Goalaga.
she says that right there.
Skull.
And I
Yes.
I turn to Brock and he's my culture officer, and I go, like, do you know what that is? Like, I give him like a look, like, do you know what that is?
Drink it.
Drink it.
Means drink.
Means drink and vest. Got it. Man, is there anything you don't know?
Yes.
All right. So, Shelly, you followed me to Akaton Station as a friend, of course, in support. Now, what is it that you are doing here, your business here, if you don't mind me asking?
She says, "Hold up. Whoa. I was already coming here on alternate business, just needed a ride.
Right.
And if you do need to know, I'm meeting up with a starship mechanic friend.
Oh, yeah? And what's his name, or her name, or their name?
Goes by the name of Knuckles."
Interesting. I think I've heard that name before.
You know Knuckles?
I've know of him.
You know of him? 'Cause
Yeah, that's right.
apparently he's very hard to find. I've been here for a day already, and I have 2 leads that have led me nowhere. I cannot find him.
And he owes somebody a large amount of money.
Do you
And
actually
he
say that out
and
loud
it's-
to her?
Yeah, Outlaw just kind of goes, and he owes somebody quite a bit of money.
And Frank says, yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. And he looks at Outlaw. How do you know he owes a lot of money?
Outlaw just kind of goes,
I know a guy.
Well, if what my companion says is true, then that's probably why he's in hiding.
So she immediately looks over to Outlaw and says, "Where did you get this information from?"
I just kind of flashed the card that I was given.
Ah, she says, "I see. You met
Brah.
Brah. Okay. I had words with him earlier as well." Sorry, I'm just taking notes here. Give me a second. Notes. Cut.
Rah. Is he a bro?
Brahim is his name.
That's my notes there. I put it in chat of like names and stuff.
Oh, nice. I can see it over here too on the note thing.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Those are good. Let me just lock it again to save it. Fearful I'm gonna lose all this shit now, but thankfully
Yeah,
it's being
that's
recorded.
why-
So
That's why I take notes on Fantasy Grounds, because it gives you a notes option. That
Yep.
way it's always here.
yeah, that's good, dude. That's good.
So would Farron know where, or even Bra? Bra says he can't find him. Would Farron know where Knuckles is?
Farron has no knowledge of him. Sorry. Give me a moment. Okay.
He doesn't know anybody that knows Starship engineers that could be like, oh yeah, that's my buddy.
No, Farron deals outside of the Starfinder Society and any contract work that he has going on with them. He deals in jewels and gems.
Okay,
He is a geology specialist,
not Starship guy.
not a starship guy.
Okay, yeah, I mean, Shelly, we can't find him at all, and actually, he owes us as well for saving his sister.
Sister, she says.
Yeah,
on.
it goes by the name Tails, but I'm probably not at liberty to say everything involved with that situation. But either way, we saved her life at Absalom Station, took her aboard our ship, and what her business is, we don't really know. But we know that to repay us for safe passage to Akaton, she said her brother Knuckles will be able to give us some free starship upgrades.
And she grabs her giant flagon of mead and she slams it down and pounds it down. And she says, "Wait a minute. That was you guys at the shootout at Docking Bay 96?
Shootout.
Yeah, it was all over station news. Everywhere. There was a big giant shootout down at Docking Bay 96.
Oh yeah. The Southside Kings and the 21 Jump Street, whatever you call them.
Well, I mean, they did decide to fight right beside my ship.
So she's
So-
like, that explains a lot.
Yeah, we think it was some kind of hit job, but we thwarted their capabilities.
She's just like nodding her head. And as she nods her head, her comm unit goes off. And she says, "I appreciate your toasts. I gotta take this call." And she excuses herself and walks across the bar and begins to take her call.
Is it possible for me to roll a perception check to see the contact of the person that called?
Go for it.
12. I don't think it's enough.
Nope. You know nothing. You see nothing,
Okay.
you hear nothing, you know nothing.
Outlaw.
Zorn doesn't care, so I'm not rolling. He's not looking. Outlaw's watching everything, so you know.
Yeah, he's a paranoid guy. So Outlaw looked. Is it 22 enough?
22, you see that it's another Vesk. You don't catch a name, you don't catch a number. But you
Just kinda look
do
over it.
realize that from the image of the contact that is missing an eye.
I just kind of look over at Frank because I know what he was looking for, and I was looking for the same thing, and I just look at him, and I just kind of.
I nod my head as in a kind of like agreement. Like, okay, got it.
It's not the contact you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Just want to know what's going. I mean, I'm so like suspicious of this friend of mine.
Don't
It's
be
mostly my
suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
Hold up. Never mind. I think
Oh.
Frank trusts her in every way possible.
I want to ask Crexus, and I turn to him and I say, "Our dwarven friend, that is you will be joining us in this expedition."
It does, in fact, appear that our missions align once again. You have the support of my rifle.
Capturing this beast will help stamp out evil throughout the galaxy.
Yes, indeed. That is my mission.
Hurrah!
It's a noble mission, and you know what? You're in good company.
Nice. After the conversation, the food now arrives to the table. You
Finally.
guys can eat, get your sustenance in.
I'm assuming they're like the weirdest shit on the menu, like they said. So
It's
Frank
like
is
live tentacles with eyeballs looking at you, and like it's got green sludge around it, and it smells like raw sewage, and
Ugh.
it's amazing.
Yeah. I'm getting cues from you guys on how I'm supposed to eat this thing.
You know what
Yep.
the best part about being an android is? I don't have to breathe because I assume this entire planet smells.
Oh, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna just dive right into it.
I'm gonna do culture to see if I know how to eat this.
Oh yeah, I guess we can do
Hell
that.
yeah.
Oh,
Flawlessly.
Yeah, he does.
That's why you're the cultural officer.
There you go.
Nice, nice.
I, however, do not. So I'm just.
All right, Brian. So here's how it's gonna go. Both gonna roll persuasion. We're both gonna roll diplomacy to see who convinces the other.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
What's the best way to eat?
Oof.
Brock's convincing me he knows.
Also,
Nice.
he's not a good culture officer.
Nice.
All right, so I just follow Brock's lead and I
Yeah,
eat this
I
weird
was-
creature.
I was kind of like, why is this guy who has no social cues the fucking cultural officer, but he is fucking crushing this thing.
Trust in the captain, dude.
Like, I like to imagine that Brooks kind of picks up food and he's like,
Ow.
Well,
Because
what I
he's a-
think is, I
oh.
think that there's like you're supposed to eat certain parts of it together to make it not taste like ass.
See, with
Yeah.
those,
Like one of those dishes.
like with this roll, you know, like it's a steak, right? And Brock sits down and he pulls out the correct fork and the correct knife and starts cutting it all daintily. Whereas Zorn just reaches down, grabs it with one hand,
Nope,
starts
nope,
to lift it
nope.
up to take a bite, and Brock is like, no, like this. Oh, my bad.
I say we eat, we get on our aircraft, and we head over to the jungle as soon as we can. I don't think we're gonna find Knuckles.
Yeah, we're going to the jungle. Welcome
mean-
to the jungle. We are
Knuckles-
fighting games. Sorry.
Knuckles, no, you're
If I-
fine.
if I
Knuckles
w-
does not want to be found.
If I wasn't worried about a DMCA strike, I would totally edit that into the video right now. So, all right, you guys are finishing up your meal, if that's what you want to call it. And as you do towards the end, Ferran lets you know that your provisions have been acquired, everything y'all would need, and you don't have to do it right now, but like between this session and next session, let me actually know what you guys want, like to discuss it in Discord or whatever, and then we can just put together whatever you guys need so you have it. And then at the very end of the discussion, he chimes in and says, so the adventure team consists of 6 altogether. 2 humans, 2 Kasatha, 2 androids. And he passes over the information to everybody. So
androids?
2
Yeah.
two humans,
Oh,
2
okay.
Kasatha, and 2 androids as a team of 6.
I understand why they failed. They didn't have a Brox.
Yeah, dude.
Still don't have the names of actual names of them yet, but you now have the full party composition. Basically, it was a composition. It was scientists with specialties for the most part.
Were any of them like security officers? Or...
The androids were the security / defense.
Okay.
Air quotes again for those that aren't watching on YouTube and listening. But yes, the androids were basically the security detail in the crew. The Kasatha were basically the life scientists, and the actual researchers were the humans.
The humans. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Is Shelly gonna join us?
No, she's off. She's off doing her. She's still on the phone. You look
Hey,
over.
I'll message her and say, hey, we gotta go. It's urgent. And say, if you get a hold of Knuckles, let me know.
Nice. All right. This is to Shelly. Yeah. No, I don't need a camper. Thank you.
That way she can do that kind of work for us while we try not to die in the jungle.
Right. All right, cool. So I got that note. That's good to go. So you guys finish up your meal. Ferran waves and says, time is of the essence. I'll take care of the bill. He takes care of the bill, and you guys can be on your way.
You're too kind, Ferran. I appreciate your hospitality, and we hope to see you soon with the prize.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna lean over to Outlaw this time. Didn't he know that was the plan the entire time?
To pay.
Nice. Okay, so that's gonna go. So you guys basically you exit the Dust Bowl. The aeroplane is waiting for you, just like 2 minutes off, where you can see there's a bunch of other airships that are all different sizes. There are some hover vehicles. There actually are some land vehicles as well. It's just basically like the parking lot of the area, if you will.
I'll turn to Zorn and I'll say, Zorn, have you ever flown something like that?
Remember the sleight of
can
hand
fly
check from when we
anytime.
sat down?
Yes.
No.
As we're standing back up, Outlaw just as he's standing up, Outlaw just kind of goes.
And puts his gun away.
Yeah, he wasn't hiding, putting the gun away.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, notes.
So yeah, Zorn, have you flown anything like that before?
Don't worry, I can fly anything.
That's what I like to hear. All right, as long as that pilot of that aircraft gets out, we'll pile in and head over to our destination.
Yeah, it's open. Pile in. Give me a piloting check to head over to the jungle. Let me see it. Roll them dice.
So good.
Beautiful. Let's get that going real quick.
Do you want me to roll another one for the unnecessary maneuvering I'm going to be doing because it's fun?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Fair
before
roll.
before we do, I'm going to bring, because I'm still showing the like the city looking map. I want to bring back up the map of Akaton real quick because
I got
you
it.
do have a choice. Okay.
Oh,
If you want to go around the outer edge, you can do so, but that's going to take you multiple hours. Or with your excellent piloting skills, you could jump the gap.
oh baby, that there was never an option.
There was never a question. There was no
Jump
question.
the
Good.
gap.
That's what I wanted to hear. Good answer. Good
Like
answer.
any unnecessary thing Zorn can do while flying something. Oh, he's doing it.
That's why I wanted Zorn to fly it, because I can't trust anybody else to hit that gap.
So your takeoff and undocking, or whatever you want to call it, is nice and graceful, smooth. Everybody's in their seats, chairs, whatever. Takeoff is beautiful. It's going to take you about 4 minutes. You're going to come down the big plateau, and then you're going to hit. So it'll be about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get to the edge. Then you hit the edge, and then give me another piloting check.
All right.
Come on, Zorn.
Give me 1 second, and boom. Banana.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. You jump the gap flawlessly, and it lands you just about where you need to be. So with a little minor maneuvering, you pull off to the west, park the vehicle.
Right by where the T is in the bounty,
Yeah,
maybe?
basically.
Okay.
All right, so you guys get there. Now what I'm going to do is I need to pull up the other map. If I can find it and not screw it up. Where are you? Where are you? Tell me it didn't save. No, there it is. Because I got like a whole list of images here that I've picked out to save. So it is, I believe.
Nice, Jimmy.
Tell me I didn't save it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Give me a minute here. There's going to be some dead air. May have to edit this shit out.
It's all right.
It's not right. That's not right. Un momento, por favor. Let's try this one more time. It's not there. That really sucks. So much easier if I was at a table. I just have the map out already.
Someday.
I received everything else but... There it is. All right. So, you guys are approaching the edge. Let's move this into play here. Beautiful. And I'm going to open up the map to you now so you can see.
Slide on in there.
Slide on in there.
All right, so where are we coming in
The
at?
very southern end. So if you bring the map all the way down to the bottom, basically I'm
Got it.
drawing arrows down here now where you guys are going to be at. You guys can place yourselves anywhere down here. See where I'm dropping them arrows? All right, good.
Yeah, it's not letting me put my token on there for some reason.
Of course it's not. So,
I'm dragging. Should I
Yeah.
drag from my?
try to drag from the combat tracker. If that doesn't work, I will drag them out.
Yeah. Let me try that.
the combat
that's
tracker doesn't work, let me know.
I can't actually drag it. It's dragging the whole window.
All right, hold on. Let me. All right, so
Oh,
there's.
how'd you get yourself on there?
There's no.
Yeah, how'd you do
I'm
that?
dragging him out. I'm dragging out.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Jimmy. Tell me if you guys can move them around once I get them all out.
Yep, I can move.
Bank. All right. There's
Yeah, I can move
Crexus.
mine.
There's also
I can move Lauren's,
Frummer,
too.
and then
Yeah,
there's
we can move everybody's, just don't move other people.
that. Yeah, I unlocked it all just to, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys would
the
basically
captain, me and
enter
Frank.
here.
Thrummer, no! Is Thrummer doing some scouting? Oh, Thrummer, is
No,
that you?
someone was an asshole. Move from
Hey, nobody fuck with Thrummer.
her. What? So we hear some weird ass noises.
Yeah,
There's
you're
some
hearing
animals
all
out here.
types of jungle noises.
Captain's log, we have arrived at the bounty.
Do I know what those noises are?
Yes. So the growls you notice distinctly are those of the Sarek itself.
Oh,
You can
so-
hear it in the distance, very, very faint in the distance. And now, like, it's gonna throw you off. I don't know how loud you got the online player going, but those are in
Yeah,
the
I can hear it.
distance. And that high-pitched chirping or squealing, I don't even know how to even
Yeah.
are these.
Oh, a Kaukariki?
Kaukariki. Very good. Kaukarikis.
Kaukariki.
Weird bladed tail monkey.
They are, actually, you know what? Give me a check for those. Let's roll
What do we need? Life science?
life science.
It's like a life science check.
Yeah, I'm at a negative, at a 1,
I don't
untrained.
think you can roll life science if you're not trained.
Yeah, life science is a trained
Oh, really?
only skill.
I just
All of your
did-
sciences are trained on. So
You gonna call the Starfinder police on me, Joe?
I could do a survival check, but I don't think that would really help in this.
Yeah, that's not,
Like
yeah,
I-
it'd have to be life science from and somebody here.
Like I could probably try to deal with them, but know what they are is different.
yeah, give me a survival check. We'll call it a survival check for this one. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it.
As soon as we touch down, you see
16.
Outlaw
all right.
just kind of reach onto his back, and then he pulls out his fucking rifle, and then just fucking folds it back up, folds it into working order, primes it, make sure everything's working, loads it.
So
Yeah, I'm
that's
definitely gonna
that's
do
one
this.
of the things. You guys want to get weapons and stuff ready. That's cool. I'm going to set the scene a little bit and the tone a little bit for those watching and looking at the map. For those that can't see that are listening, this map does not show that it's a rainforest canopy, okay? Like the trees are very tall. It blocks out almost all of the sun. Even though the sun is shining, it's like figure about midday when you guys arrive, okay? And it blocks out a large majority of the sun. It's extremely vibrant and lush with a multitude of green hues and oranges and purples and reds. And the smell is very pungent. It's got a jungle smell to it, but it also has an underlying hint of rotting soil, decomposing things like trees and plants, possibly bodies as well. So like when you guys are looking at the map, there's like tree cover, and you can hear the chirpings of the Kaukariki up in the trees all around you, everywhere. There's not one or two, there's probably 10, 20, 30. Sounds like a lot.
What is their disposition with us? Are they curious? Are they look like they're amassing? I guess with that survival check, we would want to know, are they like in some kind of predatory stance?
Right. So that survival check would let you know that they are not in a predatory stance. They are more curious than anything because you are not natural. And I use that term loosely in the bounty. You are not natural to this area, and they know that, but they are not directly hostile. And
Gee, if you don't get your goddamn drone off me, I'm gonna karate chop it, dude.
You don't know that the drone's right there, Brian.
How do you know I don't know?
You
But,
don't. Did you roll a perception check?
Well, I'm doing it right now, okay? A 12 versus your stealth. What was your stealth?
Let's see what the drone stealth was. It was an 18. No, you don't know where the
I
drone's
guess
at.
You
You're
see
right, I
nothing.
don't know.
Nope.
So I'm going to
stealth for it being on him. That's
It's not on him. That's the key thing.
it's in his space. But I'm going to whistle at the kukri and pull out a little bit of our rations, like whichever one looks like it's like the main one, because typically pack animals like this will have a rifle. I'm gonna kind of like whistle and at it. I'm trying to befriend this creature.
All right, you do that. As you do that, I want you to give me a perception check.
Perception, huh? Do 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 do.
Ooh, 14.
Hey, by the way, DG,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna request that I understand you're DMing the game and not playing it, but could you not send your fucking rolls to me just because you're not a player?
You shitty ass
I'd
roll.
super appreciate that.
I love you too, bitch. Welcome to my world, all right?
The worst.
Dude, I am the worst. Tank will confirm, all right? Listen.
It's
Anyway.
hilarious.
So that perception check will put you in focus to where you're like chirping at them. You do have an offering, but also remember that they're very high up in the canopy. You don't see any of them coming down, but as they chirp more and more to each other, you're noticing a pattern.
Okay.
You're noticing that they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And what it seems like is more of a lighthearted alert to let the rest of the forest know that something is going on.
Well, then we shall continue forward.
Right.
I'll leave the treat on the ground.
I sent you a message, DG, for what that stealth check in the cantina was.
Whatever.
All right. I can't look at it right now because it will kill the freaking recording right now. So
Okay, so out of character, I'll say this out of character, just so everybody knows.
it's all good.
I told the stealth check in the bar was for the drone to climb into Frank's bag.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
There's a drone in my bag. You don't have to have it on me. We could just say he's on me in my bag.
In the bag, baby. It's in the bag.
In the bag, baby.
Yeet.
Nice.
Put it right back here.
Put it right back there.
I would turn to Crexus and say, honorable dwarf friend, would you like to take point?
I'm gonna flip my flamethrower on. With pleasure.
Nice. You
All right,
click,
gentlemen.
you click the flamethrower, and the little flame at the end just is like floop, and it's like a pilot light waiting for destruction to rain down.
Keep your eyes on these creatures. I don't trust them one bit. They remind
high
me
is-
of the Outlaw's drone.
How high is this tree right here in the middle? This is like a felled tree, right? But how high up is it?
Yeah, it's probably about 4 foot high.
Okay.
It's a thick tree. It's a thick boy. All right.
By the way, DG, were we supposed to see these pins that say encounter the approach, encounter?
No, and
Oh.
those are actually irrelevant anyway because that's the actual adventure path,
Oh, gotcha.
which I am not using. So there are no spoilers in there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here's the weird thing. I don't see those.
That's
You don't see they're like little red tip pin looking
Nope.
things. There should be one in the tree.
Nope.
That's weird.
So how the hell is John seeing them and nobody
Yeah,
else
how
is?
come I'm seeing it?
Outlaw kind of comes up like right here, right at this tree, this felled tree, and kind of like jetpacks up on top of it, and is kind of scouting around.
I've got my sword out at this point.
I have my gun in one hand, my Xenolash in another, free hand petting Thrummer as we're walking.
All right, so you're rolling
Nice.
perception. That's good.
Climb up after Outlaw. 15.
So, your perception check, Outlaw, right over here by this little stump, you notice all these beautiful purple flowers and all of those, right?
This one right here. This one right here. You saying?
Pretty much, yeah. In this general area, you notice this. If I can pull up the damn image, you notice this.
Ooh.
Who sees you. Combat is not initiated. It is not currently hostile. And is kind of just picking at that tree stump right there.
So can I kind of like back away a little bit and then? Oof.
Oof.
11?
Try to-
That's good enough. You can back away. That's absolutely fine.
So where's this critter at exactly?
We got something on the other side of this tree.
To the north east, there's like a little tree stump behind the wall.
Okay, yeah, I see.
And it's
Is
and
Is it in that tree stump, or is it around the tree stump, or is it the tree stump?
no, it's feeding on the tree stump. It's eating the tree stump. And it sees you. It is well aware that you are there. But again, initiative is not being rolled. Combat is not active yet.
I'll give everybody a little warning about what I see, and I'll kind of keep my eye on it. Stay a little bit lower, keep my eye on it. Like, try to tell Zorn to not go that far forward.
Hey, little buddy.
Zorn, what? Please, Zorn, please back up. We don't know what that creature can do.
So
Hey, friend. Hey, little buddy. How are you doing? You having a good day?
yeah, he's well.
Aren't you
Just-
just the cutest little critter in the forest?
So
Gonna shoot Zorn in the fucking head.
hold on. So the cutest little creature is, not so little.
Oof. It's a pretty big, cute creature.
Now you are currently in his reach. Do you wish to remain there? I probably should have put that out before you guys got so goddamn close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back him up just a little bit.
Yeah, you were in his attack of opportunity range because he can do 2 spaces. He's saying his reach.
Yeah, yeah. His reach is 2 spaces, 100%.
Because
But,
before we get into combat, we're going to end the session there for this evening.
Oh man. What
Because
does
that was
make?
my bad, and whoever out on YouTube wants to do the commenting, that was totally my bad. I should have had that icon on the map so you seen it. There are other icons on the map that you don't see that may or may not see at a later date and time. But we're gonna call the session there. You guys are still not in combat. You're free to move around and do all your stuff. But this is the first thing you see. It is a large plant. And if you want to go ahead and give me a... See, you guys suck with the checks here. You're killing me. I want to...
Well, we have no life science.
I know.
But one of us has survival. Survival, you'd be able to tell.
Survival, nothing. I'm trying to keep it calm. Trying to be a friend
Well,
with it.
just to know what it's capable of.
You can keep it calm by staying the fuck away from it, Zorn.
Yeah, definitely
That
get
too.
out of its
That
zone.
too.
It. Oh, why do
I
you
know-
think?
Just, all right, we're gonna.
Ryan,
I'm gonna have to
I know-
compensate for not having the life science, so it's gonna be a survival check. That's fine. That works for me.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Ryan-
untrained, I can't roll it, right?
I know your
Correct.
character's not stupid enough that when fucking Outlaw goes, "Hey man, there's something weird up here. We should probably keep our distance." You don't go, "Oh, let me go look up to it and see how it's doing."
He wants to look at it.
You'd be
Okay.
quiet. They're split from the party in the most dangerous place in the
You
world.
don't know that. You don't know that I was
I
gone.
don't, but
You
hey,
have-
you don't know what Zorn's doing.
You
But,
have
alright.
suspicions. I know exactly what Zorn's doing. I'm like, "Hey guys, there's this big fucking tree thing eating this other tree. Let's not get close to it." And Zorn's like, "Hey little guy, how are you doing?"
Hey, little
You're this
feller.
big evil thing that's got full of mouths and looks like it's made out of wood, and I'm gonna walk up to you and pet it. Even though this other guy's like, "Hey man, don't get close to it."
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, so roll.
You see this tree monster?
sitting there in its natural habitat, eating on its tree stump. I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
Zorn, roll a survival. Let's see what this thing's about.
Yep.
I'm gonna poke Zorn with my sniper rifle.
7 through
Ooh,
27.
outstanding roll. All right,
I really
so
want that for my animal handling check, but yeah,
All
let's
right.
use it for knowing some shit about
Dude, handle it later.
all right, so this is a Vracinia. Okay, it is a large plant. Alignment is neutral. It has plant immunity, so anything a plant would be immune to, it is also immune to as well. It is a solitary and territorial creature. When two Vracinias see one another, they often charge and do battle. But they are only hostile to their own kind
See, Zorn knew what he was doing.
at first. So a little bit of the back history on these. One of the many plant predators that has evolved in this lush jungle through the terraforming as well as experimentation. Standing almost 12 feet tall and weighing almost 2,000 pounds. It ain't no little feller, okay? You ain't gonna coochie on its fucking chin, okay?
It weighs a ton.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
So-
set it on fire.
Yeah.
I'm a
And-
coochie on its chin. 2 hands.
Two hands. I'm a two-hand that bitch. But yeah, essentially, its morale is if provoked, and this is where I'm gonna end it because the session is pretty much over. If provoked, it fights to the death, and it is a mindless creature.
All right.
So, with that being said, I'm going to reshare this back up for the crew and put the end music on.
All
Hey
right.
yo.
Thank you for tuning in and watching. If you've made it this far, please be sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening over on Podcast Land, be sure to spread the word. Follow me on social media. All the links will be down on YouTube below and any of the platforms you find us on. The redirection links will be there as well. I want to thank all of you fools for coming out and playing. I missed you guys.
Miss you guys, man.
And I had a shitty day today, and I was so excited to come home and roll dice. You guys made my night. I cannot thank you
had
enough.
fun. Also, if you happen to be watching on YouTube, you should comment how Brox is the best cultural officer ever, and that Zorn should definitely go pet this thing.
To pet
I
or
agree
not
on
to
the
bet?
first one, no on the second one. That's my vote.
Yes to both.
Yes to both.
See, Brox gets it.
You gotta interact with the alien life to understand it.
The third option is Crexus sets the entire forest on fire.
I
That's
like
also an option.
We call that the backup plan.
We could do the first two and then the third one. We could do all of them. Everyone's happy.
Again, I appreciate you guys coming, hanging out, throwing dice with me. Everybody else watching out there, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time. Bye.
Later.
E